Alright, Vow tier list. Vow Fist. This one, honestly, is still cosmetic. I'm pretty sure when people played it, or people who I've known who played it, they're like, yeah, the buff doesn't even exist, and all they do is just lose HP as they get more gates, because your health drains. So, like, it's pretty bad, unless they fixed it to be a significant value. Vow Fist isn't really worth running, and I'd much rather have just, like, an Essence Ultra versus having this. Also, like, if you're playing against anyone who's S-keying, like, and you pop enough gates, you're just gonna be losing for them S-keying, and it's just like such a big disadvantage. Honestly, it's not even worth using. I'm gonna put it C tier. Maybe if they buff the damage or the buffs on it, it could go higher, but it's pretty cosmetic in my opinion. Vow of Potential. This one actually is pretty bad for ranked. It's a 15% debuff, and then like probably the last bar of HP you'll be buffed and doing a little more damage. But it's really not worth it because you're at a 15% debuff from the beginning, and at the very end you're at a 10% buff. It takes around a kill to fill this up. They did say they made it slightly faster to get this, or like build up your mode, so maybe it could be good for ranked, but this is really good for ganking if you're in like true mode, or like any true, yeah, just any true mode, even Bankai, because the 50% debuff won't matter, and because you're fighting a ton of people, if you're ganking, you'll just easily get a 10% buff, which is pretty free. So I'm gonna put it A tier for ganking. I'm probably, for rank though, I'd probably put it like B tier. It's like, it's honestly not that noticeable, but the debuff is pretty noticeable. So like, it's kind of whatever. Vow of Luck. This one, pretty cool. It's kind of, yeah, as the name goes, it's pretty much luck based. But every time you land a jackpot, it's gonna do 5% more damage, or bankrupt, you lose a little bit of Ray. And if you land 3 jackpots in a row, you're gonna get unlimited Ray for however long the song lasts, which is pretty broken. So this is really good if you're on a Kido build. I'd really actually highly recommend you run this on Kido, because unlimited Ray for like 30 seconds to spam, you really can't mess that up, to be honest. That's pretty broken. So Vow of Luck, I'll put it S tier. I wouldn't say it's really too needed on like Hakuda speed Kendo, unless you're really bad at hitting M1s, because you won't really notice Ray drain that much anymore. Like honestly, I don't think I've really ran out of Ray too much, unless I'm spamming and being brain dead, but that's mostly on you. This is really good for Kido. Alright, Vow of Sacrifice. This one, really broken. You're going to get empowered stuff on your Hakuda, all these things. You can read them. I don't feel like explaining them. Kendo and speed, they're not really too impactful. I mean, yes, it's there. They have these little things, but they're not as broken as Hakuda. Like, Vow of Sacrifice, in my opinion, is very much a Hakuda-based, like, Vow. Like, you're going to get the most value of it out of it on Hakuda, because Hakuda, you can just make true combos. Like, if I do Whirlwind Step into you, you're just going to get, there's going to be a follow-up Tor Reach from a clone, and if that clone hits you, it's true into a Spine Rend, which is pretty broken, and then off that Spine Rend, I can go into, like, Negation, Catch, and Dragon. So, like, yeah, that's a lot of damage. So, it really combo extends really well on Hakuda. Speed and Kendo, it's alright. They're also adding variants to Ground Hakuda, like, they actually made, Triple Striker has a variant now, but, yeah, it's not too bad. All you do lose is, like, you can't use sub mode and mode, so, like, if you're gonna pop it on a slot that is obviously not like true. Like just make a dedicated rank slot for that. That's my one advice for you, because then you're gonna have to either get 500k to take the vow off, or just remove it and you lose a Vow of Sacrifice, which is I think the highest value thing in the while we're here talking about Vow of Sacrifice, I want to put Those Who Know. Those Who Know makes it so you have like a 1-second CD on your moves, and you can kind of do pretty crazy combos. Like you could do a bar off, like I could do just all these moves just chain together. Really, it's really broken. I'm gonna put it A tier though. I think Vow of Sacrifice is better. I used Those Who Know and Vow of Sacrifice before, and the health debuff it gives you is really not worth it. Like you have like 230 HP, which is like some like huge debuff. It's like actually insane. Like any move to me did like basically a bar. So if I made a mistake, I was basically dead. So if you're playing against a Those Who Know Vow of Sacrifice player, just chip them down, and then their flash step slow. They're gonna make mistakes. That's how you punish a Those Who Know player. Don't let them get up in your face, you know? So, yeah, there's that. Like, there's a ton of combo potential, though, with Those Who Know. Like, you can definitely do 2 bars in a combo and be surprised on Hakuda. But, like, it's not worth being a glass cannon, in my opinion. Especially if you're fighting people in ranked who are, like, as Kido. It's just such a pain. Alright, Vow of Resurgence. This one, when you die, you're going to revive to, like, a bar. I think you're at like a slight debuff in all your stats, and then once you die and then resurrect to like a bar of HP, you are at like a 15% buff to your stats, which is pretty huge. So if you were going like head to head with someone and you're like evenly skilled, this could be the saving grace for you. So I'm gonna probably put this one. I'm gonna put this one A tier. I don't know if it's like super broken because like they can just wait out the time, but there also was like a bug when they revived, they'd have like insane defense or something because like you could do 20 moves on someone who's at a, or should be at a bar and they would take like little damage, and also like the HP drain isn't like existent to be honest. Like it's there, but it would take like like 2 minutes for it to drain all the way down from a bar. So you can S key your way to victory against someone who revives, but like it's pretty significant that extra bar. Alright, Vow Of Sway. This one isn't too crazy. To be honest, I don't know why people run it. It's a 120-second cooldown on a move that does pretty low damage. It's kind of true to some moves, but also depending on the ragdoll from Vow Of Sway when you get out of animation, like you just won't be able to get anything off it. And it's a super long cooldown, 120 seconds. Why would you give up your essence and ultra for this? Like it just doesn't make sense. Like you get way more value if you're on speed, just running Unseen Blade, doing true combos off that, like Unseen into Skyscraper into Swift Slashes, or if you're on Kendo, just run Vert Down, guard Break into Horizon Core. That gives you way more value than this. Like, I don't understand it. Hakuda just run Crazy Blitz. Like, I can only really see this being working on like a medic build, and maybe like a hybrid build if you don't have enough skill points for an essence. Like if you're on 30 Hakuda, 35 Kido, one of those weird builds, you can run Vow Of Sway. It's a free buff, I guess. But otherwise, I don't see a reason to use it. I'm gonna put a B tier. Yeah, that's probably where I'm gonna end it. S tier is the best. A's situational, depending on what you want to do. B, this one's okay, I guess. C, never used this. But yeah, Vow Of Luck, use that on like Kido. Vow Of Sacrifice, use that on Hakuda. Vow Of Potential, you can run that on anything if you want to do a gank build, those who know. This one is like a better Vow Of Sacrifice, but like you're a glass cannon, so you can't make mistakes. So I actually think it's worse. But yeah, Vow Of Resurgence, this one can be good on any build.